Good morning. Welcome to InforumTV. I'm Robin Hubner. Here's what's happening. A Fargo man accused of killing his wife and staging her death as a suicide says he lost his job and needs a public defender. 46-year-old Ronald Rogers Jr. made his first appearance today in Cass County Court. He is charged with murder in the death of 40-year-old Elizabeth Rogers. He allegedly shot her in the head and then placed a pistol in her hand to make it look like a suicide. Rogers told the judge he recently moved to Fargo after living in northern Idaho for 8 years. A preliminary hearing is set for March 21st, and bail for Rogers was kept at $1 million. An update to an apartment fire in Moorhead Saturday that caused 2 people to seek medical treatment for smoke inhalation. It happened on the 3rd floor of Parkview Terrace Apartments at 100 3rd Street North around 11 o'clock. Assistant Fire Marshal Chad Stanglin says the fire was caused by a cooktop range that was accidentally turned on while contents were on top of it. Part of the building was evacuated temporarily, with about 30 tenants leaving their apartments. The tenant of the unit where that fire started was taken in for treatment, while another tenant was treated on the scene. Poachers did not get away easy in Minnesota in 2012. Reporter Andrea Hubble tells us how a surge of hotline calls helped the DNR make a record number of arrests.
Out fishing, trying to get some northern pikes.
Even on a day as cold as this, these two are determined. Bryce and Zach have been at it for a while.
3 or 4 hours, and we'll stay till dark.
But one thing they do have that thousands didn't last year:
patience. And patience
is a license, or in severe cases like this, we're over the limit by hundreds of fish.
That is bad. That's not good.
Whether it was deer hunting or ice fishing, poaching was up nearly 54% last year, with over 2,000 arrests.
We just thought that was unusual. We hadn't seen a jump like that in the program in 1 year's time.
The previous record was set when the Turn-In Poachers Hotline was founded back in 1981. Since then, both the call line and technology have improved.
If a citizen is in the field, and with the advent of the cell phone and the tower system that's now in place, most people have the ability, if they see something that's a violation that is troubling to them, they can call.
For these anglers, the cost of fishing illegally far outweighs the price tag on doing it right.
You have a lot to lose, you know. The DNR can take your house, your car, your fishing poles, you know. You're going to sit in jail for a long time, and it's just a nuisance. Pay for your fishing license, you know.
The DNR says it doesn't matter how smart you think you are, chances are you'll get caught.
I think that you shouldn't do it because it's against the law, you know.
In Detroit Lakes, Andrea Hubble, WDAY 6 News.
Now, the Turn-In Poachers Hotline, the number is right there. It's 1-800-652-9093 to turn in poachers in Minnesota. Trial has begun for the high-stakes case against BP and other companies involved in a deadly rig explosion that spawned the 2010 oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. The judge in the case is scheduled to hear several hours of opening statements by lawyers for the companies, federal and state governments, and others who sued over that disaster. The case is being heard without a jury. The trial is designed to identify the causes of BP's well blowout and assign percentages of fault to those companies. There was a surprise and a sharing of the wealth at the Oscars last night. The surprise, Ang Lee as Best Director for Life of Pi. Best Picture went to Argo. Daniel Day-Lewis won Best Actor for Lincoln, while Jennifer Lawrence won Best Actress for Silver Linings Playbook. Now, here's a footnote to Argo director Ben Affleck's comments last night. The former Canadian ambassador to Iran, who protected Americans during the 1979 Iran hostage crisis, says it was good to hear Affleck thank Canada in his speech. Former Ambassador Ken Taylor was among a number of Canadians who felt slighted by the movie Argo because it minimizes Canada's role in the Americans' rescue. Let's see what's happening in the weather now with Storm Tracker meteorologist Daryl Richardson. Daryl?
Good morning, everyone. Big storm off to our south. Of course, we've had a lot of Monday storms in our part of the world in the last few weeks, but today the big storm is down in Texas, Oklahoma, and that would be heading up to the northeast. Look at all these advisories. The red counties are blizzard warnings, winter storm warnings, but for us, just some patches of fog around. Otherwise, just a sunny to partly cloudy day. High temperatures generally in the 20s, about 25 to 30. Tonight, expecting temperatures to drop down probably around 10, and like the past few mornings, probably some fog will be in the area, more so in Minnesota than in North Dakota. High temperatures around 25 to 30 for the next few days. Could see a few flurries on Wednesday. Otherwise, Robin, really not expecting much moisture this week, and temperatures very close to seasonal averages. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Daryl Richardson. I hope you all have a great Monday.
You too, Daryl. Thank you much. Now, staying active in the cold winter months, it can be tough, but the Family Wellness Center in Fargo is providing a little extra motivation. About 35 people competed Sunday in the first indoor triathlon. Some came from as far as the cities to do a 400-yard swim, 25-minute bike ride, and 20-minute run. The first $500 in enrollment fees were donated to the United Way of Casts and Clay.
Participants of this triathlon are, all different levels. We've had experienced ones where they're really competing to do their best and really preparing for the summer outdoor triathlons. And we've also had a lot of beginners where this is their first triathlon ever.
Well, remaining proceeds benefit the Family Wellness Scholarship Fund. Check out today's forum. Should we allow guns in our schools? Some North Dakota lawmakers want to allow school boards to decide that issue in secret. And tonight on WDAY 6 News, how local nurses are helping women on the other side of the world. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on InforumTV.com.